Hey, what's up everybody? Just want to make a video about my trading plan and how am I progressing here. This is fairly new to me. I'm new at trading, as I mentioned before. Um, since September of 2015, when I got interested in the markets, and before that, I didn't even know what volatility meant because I'm a foreigner and certain words still, even though my English is pretty good. Certain words just haven't come up and I haven't had a need for them. So, anyways, so what I've done is, as I've explained before, all these moving averages, and I know it's a lot, but I have color coded them, and also, I picked the best out of a bunch. I went through a lot of it and did math, and it's all cyclical math and stuff, 90s and 360s, 3 6s, 9s. 1080, just thinking circles, okay? And they say markets are cyclical, so this is kind of my plan. And this is gold here. I also been working on finding time frames. Sorry about the loud traffic noises here. Got the window open. Um, Trying to figure out what time frames are great to look at too for a shorter term, or to pick the best spot for trade. Once pick it up on a bigger time frame like the daily, which is right here. Let's look at this one first. The reason I liked gold short for Friday was because I have to zoom out to get a better idea of what's going on here. And these are way too big, so I'm gonna move these down. Stochastics. As you see here, you know, the reds, the reds are always get a nice bounce, and this is a decent bounce here from the rest of the yellows. And you notice there's a gap here. Um, Anytime you get gaps, if it starts falling through, you're most likely to get to the next line and get a bounce, at least a small bounce, so you can easily scalp these things. But sometimes it doesn't, and if it doesn't, it looks strong. If it breaks back through, you get a bounce to the upside. Here you get a little cautious because there's a cluster here. A lot of times it turns around, comes back here, it pushed through, and got a bounce here again. And now this time it actually uh, shows weakness and not being able to get through here, and then down it goes. I mean, whenever it starts playing around sideways with with this moving averages turning into a tight cluster, showing more resistance, um, you can easily get a rollover. So it's what I'm trying to do is try to kind of swing trade the futures, trying to find bigger pivot points and leave a runner on that'll accumulate over time, over a week or two, or you know, this is daily chart, so I'm talking this one here went pretty much 6 months or more um, of downside. Catching this run, that's it depends on how much you're putting on. With one contract, I'm sure it's very, very profitable, considering what I did was, since I paper trade, what I did was I shorted it. I shorted gold on Thursday night uh, at 1368.13. So from up here, just this little move here, the 10 contracts was like $26,000. That's why I like the future so much, is that potential for profits is enormous. Um, and another reason we get rejected here first time against the Reds, and I think there's gold might have an issue getting through here. So the second time when it came up to it, um, I'm like, I'll try to short it again here, and just leave it runner and see if it works out. It could potentially come back to 1230 or something like that. We'll see how the markets feel and stuff. So that's gold. And looking at different time frames, also see the reds here on the. This is, I believe, 9 minute. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is a 9 minute chart. So if you want to just trade closer as it comes in, tag, pretty much a tag. tag, pretty much a tag here, holds it, gets a little resistance here, and then pops up here. You know, you keep an eye on it, like right now, and certainly if it breaks through here, and it does look weak. It looks weak. It looks like it looks more like a bear flag, like it's gonna get another drop here. And let me change it to 18-minute, which is double the 9. And same thing, it's sitting at the reds here. And you got a beautiful tag, especially with the purple moving average. It's DEMA, double exponential moving average, high 360. You have to set it just right like that. A lot of times when it swings around to it, it's like the first test of it, it always works. If you see this wick here, this little move right here, first test of it, you always get a rejection off of it. And then pushes through it, comes back down, and then tags it, and then boom. So you watch it enough, you kind of get a feel for it. That's why I like these moving averages. It looks like a lot, but really, like here, this is an hourly. Nice hold of a cluster here, and then second time it falls through. And this was the 7:30 jobs announcement, so it was all news related. And this is the hourly chart. Let's look at that one. Pick one here. Okay. Yeah, here it starts, staying under the purple. Can easily take a position anywhere, and as long as it stays under the purple. Here it pops through it. Very strong pop. Okay, go long, hold it, and you can get out when it breaks through the purple again. Gets in it, holds the purple, get out. But this is an hourly chart. It works on, you gotta look at it, see how it's reacted to it. It's just that they're two together. It's not the best. I mean, I like to pick the trades out on the daily for sure, because you get bigger moves instead of looking for bigger pivot points. Let's look at crude oil. It's another one I like, and exactly what I like about it is okay. So this purple here married together with this blue one down here looks like a really good buy. And as of right now, where we're at, let's zoom in a little closer. So I'm thinking that it's not going to break this. It's just a retracement. I think it's going to start working its way down and eventually meet up with this. When the price does meet up with this, believe you me, I'm going to be putting the order right at whatever it's telling me right here. I stretch them out so you can see both of them. One's at 36.39 and the other one's 36.85. So this is the buying range right here if it gets down to it. So this is kind of stuff I'm looking at. Eventually crude oil could make it back up as these come down more and more. Eventually it's going to meet up with them. And crude oil is not going completely out of style anytime soon, so this is going to be good to trade for a while. What else do you have? Oh, I'll show you the ES daily. Oops. Because why I thought it was going to break out Friday, even before I knew what the jobs report was going to be, it's just like it's scripted. Like you can figure that the news is going to be good. So I was seeing a resistance at these lines here. She told me how much time I had left, but I don't know when it stops. Okay, so ES, tagging the purple on the daily, and then you get a cluster tag, it'll drop off, and now we push through the purple, we're playing around with it, showing strength, we got your Brexit dip, push through it. I was expecting a resistance here, nope, and we went above and went sideways for days, right? And then we get that dip to the 40s. Always when you go above a moving average and then come back down to it, that first tag, you get a reaction no matter what. And that's why you can put your order in, couple contracts, take one off immediately, lock in the profit. Excuse me. And then move your stop up to break even or whatever, and let one run. And sure enough, this one, could potentially keep going. So that's the strategy. Finding a good spot. Like if you see something like a huge long run up, no moving average above it. A lot of times when there's a range, but these moving averages where, for example, gold. We're looking at gold right now, or GC. The daily cluster it's created here. This is the range. If it comes all the way down here, 1175, I would be a little concerned because it's below the purple. I think ideally 1230 would be a good buy here, but if the economy is really going to be doing great and everything's fine and dandy, the world economy still has to show improvements. So I don't think gold's going to go too much lower for now. But this will be a nice pullback on gold. I think there's a few more days of that left at least. We'll see what it wants to do. Now this blue one here is kind of experimental. I've seen it work pretty well in some cases, so I'm keeping it on, but I'm not, 100% on this one yet. Still testing this one. But if it does break through the reds, I would definitely try to get a quick scalp out of the 1430 or 1432.4. Actually, it's telling me, and I would put the order in right exactly what the number says, right as it gets to it. So, anyways, let's see what else. There's also gasoline futures that I've been looking at. And let's go with daily first. Oh, now I got two dailies here. Should be alright. Oh well. Daily, maximize. Alright. Now, this did what I think crude is gonna do, which is funny because it's the same kind of setup. Not exactly, but this one actually did come down to the purple and the blue and bounced off of it. Okay. And crude oil is yet to show that it wants to do that, but it's very possible it's going to come down to that high 36s. Trying to just make this look a little better to look at. And also caps. Whenever things cap, they like to cap right to the moving averages. So as you see here, look at this. You can't get any closer than that. Same thing here with this one. Pops. Not it's not always perfect, but a lot of times you get the big moves. Since there's a worth leaving a runner, you make more money on leaving the runners on than being wrong if you did use tight stops. Like for example here, no heat, goes through it, retraces back up to it, drops. Same thing on the crude oil it's about to do, looks like, for sure. Okay, see, crude oil, it hasn't made it down here yet, but where was it? Well, yeah, this is a nice one here, nice one here, here. How it just forms kind of a channel between these two lines, and then kind of chops around this one here, so it's kind of hard to play with it. You gotta really watch it, and it fails it. And once you see, this one got a reaction, I'm sure. You can't tell this candle,